I've been camping in the backcountry for 15 years, and I can tell you with absolute certainty there are things in the deep woods that don't follow the rules we think govern reality. These are 3 encounters that still keep me awake at night, and after you hear them, they might do the same to you. At Camp Irabania might do the same to you. At Canter 1, the Loop Summer of 2019. My buddy Marcus and I were hiking the Appalachian Trail through a section of North Carolina neither of us had covered before. We're talking dense canopy, minimal light penetration, that earthy smell of rotting leaves mixed with pine. We'd left our campsite at dawn, planning a 12-mile push to the next shelter. Around hour 3, Marcus stopped dead. Did we pass that tree already? He pointed to a massive oak with a distinctive split trunk, lightning scarred down the middle. I laughed it off. Lots of trees look similar. But 15 minutes later, there it was again. Same tree, same angle, same aigrease configuration of rocks at its base. We checked our compass. Still heading north. Checked our GPS. The little blue dot showed us progressing along the trail. But 20 minutes after that, we stood in front of that oak again. Marcus's face had gone pale. "This isn't possible," he whispered. The forest had gone quiet. No birds, no insects. Just our breathing and the sound of our boots on dead leaves. That's when I noticed it. Carved into the split trunk, fresh wood showing through, 3 words. "Turn back now." The letters were crude, deep, recent. Back now. The letters were crude, deep, recent. Marcus grabbed my shoulder. "We need to move, fast." We started jogging, then running, crashing through underbrush, not caring about the trail anymore, just moving. My heart hammered against my ribs. Branches whipped our faces. Then suddenly, we burst into a clearing we recognized. The shelter. But according to our watches, we'd only been hiking for 4 hours total. We should have been miles away. Marcus pulled out his GPS. It showed we traveled 0.3 miles in 4 hours. We packed up our gear and hiked out that same day. When I looked at the photos on my phone later, there were 17 pictures of that same oak tree. I only remember taking 3 and called Counter 2, The Watcher, October 2020. Solo camping trip in the Olympic National Forest in Washington. I needed the isolation, the reset. Set up camped near a stream, far from any established trails. Perfect solitude. The first night was exactly what I needed. Stars like diamonds. The rush of water. Peace. Day 2. I started feeling it. You know that sensation when someone's staring at you? That prickling at the base of your skull? I kept spinning around, scanning the tree line, nothing. Just shadows and Douglas, firs. But the feeling intensified. I tried to shake it off, went about my routine. Gathered firewood, filtered water, made dinner. As dusk settled, I saw it. A figure, standing between 2 trees about 50 yards out. Completely still. Human-shaped, but the proportions were wrong. Too tall. Arms too long. Too long. I called out, "Hello? You okay out there?" No response. No movement. I grabbed my headlamp, aimed the beam. Nothing there. Just trees. I retreated to my tent, told myself it was fatigue, shadows playing tricks. But at 2 a.m., I woke to breathing outside my tent. Slow, deliberate, rhythmic breathing outside my tent. Slow, deliberate, rhythmic breathing. Right next to the thin nylon wall. 6 inches from my head. I lay frozen. Shh. Not daring to move. Then a whisper. Not words exactly. More like the idea of words. "Why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here?" Over and over. I fumbled for my knife. Unzipped the tent in one violent motion. Headlamp blazing. Empty. Nothing. But in the beam of my light I saw them. Footprints in the soft earth circling my tent. Bare footprints. Human looking. But each print had 6 toes, and they circled my tent 47 times. I counted. I packed by moonlight and hiked out in the dark, bushwhacking until I hit a forest road at dawn. Encounter 3, the Cabin, January 2020. Winter camping in Montana with my girlfriend Sarah. Experienced outdoors people. Boother camping in Montana with my girlfriend Sarah. Experienced outdoors people, both of us. We were snowshoeing through a remote valley when we spotted it. A cabin, not on any map. Windows dark. Snow piled high against the walls, but smoke rising from the chimney. Fresh smoke. Sarah wanted to investigate, see if someone needed help. We approached cautiously. The closer we got, the wronger it felt. The cabin looked old, decrepit. But the cabin looked old, decrepit. But that smoke was real, black against the white sky. I knocked. No answer. Knocked again. The door swung open on its own. Slow. Deliberate. Inside, a fire burned in the hearth. Fresh wood, crackling flames. But no one there. A table set for two. Plates with food. Still steaming. 2 cups of coffee, still hot. Sarah touched one. This was just poured. We both knew we should leave, but we stood there frozen, staring. Then we heard it from upstairs. Footsteps, slow, methodical, coming toward the stairs. We ran. Didn't look back. Didn't look back. Didn't stop. A voice followed us out into the snow. Clear as a bell. You should have stayed. We made dinner. We found our trail, followed it back 3 miles to our camp. When we looked at Sarah's GPS track later, it showed we'd never deviated from our route. According to the data, we'd never gone near any cabin. But we both remember. We both know what we saw. And sometimes, late at night, Sarah swears she can still smell that coffee. The woods are older than we are, deeper than we understand. And some places, some moments, reality wears thin. If you've had experiences like these, share them below. Because the more I hear, the more I realize. We're not alone out there. And whatever shares those spaces with us doesn't follow our rules. Stay safe, and maybe stay out of the deep woods.